Welcome back, my name is Terry, and today I'm going to show you the first look at one of the most anticipated prefab homes of the year. I really enjoy this type of video because it's easy for anyone to make a rendering and say they're in business. See? But taking the step from rendering to a home people can visit and eventually buy is a completely different story. Occasionally, when a company is first announced, I post a video with nothing but renderings, and it usually ruffles a few feathers. People comment things like vaporware, in all capitals, no less. But the hope is that eventually the company will build a real home and we can track the progress from start to finish. Does it always happen? Too soon to tell for all of them, but one company for sure just revealed their very first home this week, and from the looks of it, potential for a bit of activity on the old like button here. Only a couple days ago now, a 752 square foot prefab home was revealed that will ship to the United States and Canada that a lot of people have been waiting for. If you haven't guessed it already, the company I'm talking about is CABN and their first ever Sonder show home that will be open to the public. What I'm going to do is check out the home, tell you a bit about who builds it, and get into the price. If you haven't heard of CABN, they're an Ontario-based company that launched in 2022, announcing a sustainable line of prefab homes for North America. They describe themselves as net zero housing for everyone to live anywhere, live sustainably, and live connected. They made a pretty big splash in the news last year, and I think it has something to do with how these things look. The homes have a very unique look to them in a good way, and I think people are ready for some fresh options. On the About section, it's noted that CABN builds energy-efficient smart homes for unique locations worldwide, allowing you to live anywhere, whether it's in addition to your family home in the city or a new home on a remote island. Imagine they built the first home on a remote island. Well, settle down, it didn't happen because it wouldn't have made any sense. The whole point of the first home is to be a show home that people can visit to see what they're all about. The first home built by CABN is located on a hill overlooking a sawmill pond in eastern Ontario near their manufacturing facility in Brockville. Lots going on in the prefab home industry over in Ontario lately. Interesting. As I mentioned, the first home built was the Sonder, a 752 square foot, two-story home. It's noted that it was designed to accommodate an open concept kitchen and lounge with access to the bathroom, while lofted sleeping quarters on the second floor overlook the ground floor. It's exciting to see a home that had a lot of hype right out of the gate, backed up by their first official build. I have a feeling this too will get a lot of attention. There are a couple things I really like about how the show home turned out. First of all, it looks awesome. I've looked at a lot of prefab homes over the years, but nothing looks quite like this. The second thing I like about the Sonder, and I guess everything from CABN, is the ability to take this thing off the grid. They've got the option for an on-grid connection to municipal services as well as off-grid functionality, which does open up a few possibilities on where you can put a cabin. I paid my hydro bill yesterday for March and April, and it was the equivalent of $95 footlongs. Not a fun bill to pay, and I wouldn't have to if I wasn't suckling from the grid. They don't go into detail about the extent of the work on the home that's finished in the factory, but based on the height alone, I think we're looking at some on-site assembly. It does say that they're designed for quick, component-based, non-invasive construction, but more on that in just a second. I'm hoping in the coming days or weeks, as more information is released about the first build, maybe we'll get to see a time-lapse, or possibly pictures of the home at different stages throughout the build. The founder, Jackson Wyatt, mentioned in an interview that the home was assembled in 48 hours, in January no less, and it's noted in the specification on the website that the home will be move-in ready in 3 to 5 weeks after delivery. Not bad at all. The Sonder currently comes in two variations, a 1 and 2 bedroom model. The 1 bedroom, which is what the first show home is, has the main entrance on the front left, bringing you into the kitchen. The main floor is made up of the kitchen, bathroom, and lounge, which also has access to the home's outdoor living space. The bathroom is around 5 by 9 feet, which is enough room for a tub, shower, sink, toilet, and closet. There's a door in the corner that looks like it goes to the stairs. I'm not 100% sure on this, but I'm guessing it's an access to the area under the stairs to store Christmas lights and a most improved t-shirt from 7th grade basketball camp, which is basically confirmation that I was the worst camper at the start of the week, but unclear if I was still the worst camper at the end of the week. A wearable backhanded compliment, if you will. A cool feature on the main floor is double glass doors on the front corner, which I think would be a sweet feature during the summer if I invited both my friends over for a barbecue. Upstairs, they've got the bedroom, which is pretty much an open space, although there is a section off to one side noted as the exercise area. The cool part about the Sonder bedroom is that it's open to below, which I think is a fun little feature. For anyone sitting there thinking, dang, it's nice, but a one bedroom doesn't cut it, don't panic, they also build it into two. What I found interesting about the two-bedroom plan is everything is flipped. If you're standing outside looking at the front of the home, the exterior door is now on the right, and inside everything is on the opposite side. From what I can tell, that's the only difference on the main floor between the one and two-bedroom home. The plan's been flipped. Since the stair location is flipped on the main floor, you might have guessed it, but the upstairs is flipped too. It's still open to below, but there is separation taking the space from one big space to two smaller spaces with a walkway out front. Also means no exercise area, which is fine because then I don't have to feel bad about not doing any crunchies. I've noticed a lot of requests for a bit more info on what they're offering, and it's not always available, but it is here. The building structure is made from mass timber. It has a steel frame foundation. It has aluminum cladding with other cladding options available. It has R40 high performance insulation, radiant floor heating, and a smart home system. If you want to get your mitts on one of these suckers, obviously you can see that yes, they are building, as they built the show home. But apparently customer orders are underway as well, with homes shipping to 4 states as early as this summer. To get one, they've broken the process down into 5 steps. Step 1 is order. As the name suggests, this is the step where you order the home. It's noted in the specs that there will be augmented reality and a configuration tool, but I think that'll likely roll out at a later date because from what I can see for now, there is just the ability to reserve a cabin. Step 2 is customize and prepare. In this step, it says train project managers create a customized experience for clients addressing site assessments, permitting approvals, and installation timelines. Step 3 is manufacture, which states that prefabrication allows for preliminary assembly in the factory using sustainably sourced materials, such as cross-laminated timber. There it is, a bit more information about what's going to show up at the property, but still not the full story on what state it comes out of the factory. Step 4 is transport. This is the information I've been waiting for. It says cabins are designed for optimized shipping strategies with flat pack materials sent to site in a standard 40-foot shipping container. Homes can reach the most remote of destinations via this method, increasing accessibility and scope. There we have it. They pack the cabin into a 40-foot shipping container. It's assembled in 2 to 3 days and is move-in ready in 3 to 5 weeks, which brings me to the final step. The final step is assembly. It says rapid assembly occurs on site. Following independent site preparations using helical piles, the building envelope is constructed in 3 days with final construction and finishing completed in 3 to 5 weeks. The kicker, it finishes by saying that assembly is simple, not requiring any specialized trades. Fascinating. I really do hope they took a time lapse. Before I wrap this thing up, I am going to check out their pricing, but keep in mind prices can and usually do change, but will be accurate at the time of posting this video. The base price for the Sonder is listed as from $299,000, but the cost of the show home spec currently isn't listed. I think they've got the official launch this week before opening the home up for tours, so if that's something you're interested in, maybe keep an eye on their website and check this puppy out in person. After creating some serious buzz last year with their renderings, CABN has officially unveiled their first home, and it's located in Ontario. They've got a lot going on over there, with homes heading to the States this summer and the announcement of a 67 home community also in Ontario. I always love to see prefab home companies bringing their ideas to life and hope to see this one in person, so I'll be following along with what they're up to and posting updates right here on my YouTube channel. That's all I've got for today. If you like manufactured home videos, make sure to subscribe to my channel because I've got new ones coming out every single week. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.